For any food and beverage server, a fundamental skill that we need to learn is how to carry plates and how to do so safely and hygienically. This is so essential for the smooth operation of both the kitchen and the restaurant. Once the food is ready in the kitchen, it needs to be taken to the customer without any delay so that the customer is experiencing the food at the optimum temperature. What I'm going to show you today is how to carry 3 cold plates, how to carry 3 warm plates or hot plates, and how then to carry 3 plates on a service tray. I'm going to start by showing you how to carry 3 cold plates. The first plate, and again I'm right-handed, so I'm using my right hand to pick up the plate, and I'm going to use my left hand to hold 2 plates. So I pick up the plate, I do so just using my thumb on the rim of the plate. My 4 fingers are underneath. So everything is very clean, I'm not touching the food in any way. So I'm placing this plate on my left hand between my pinky and my thumb with my 3 fingers underneath, spread out, that is giving balance to the plate. So that's my first plate. My second plate I pick up again in the same manner, and I'm going to place this now using my thumb and my pinky as a bridge or a surface to place my plate on. This should feel very smooth, very well balanced, and almost again like an extension of your hand. So I can move it around and safely, and I know that it is well balanced on my hand. My third plate I pick up again using my thumb on the rim and my 4 fingers underneath. So now I'm ready to take the plates to the customer. I collect the plates from the kitchen in the reverse order to how I'm going to place them on the table. With plate service, I serve from the left-hand side of the customer. This ensures, especially if the customer is right-handed, that they're not going to inadvertently move their arm at the same time and knock the plate out of my hand. So it's safer to do so from the left. It also means that the other 2 plates or remaining plates are safely away from the customer, and I'm not going to bang into the customer or any furniture at the table. I move around and I serve the second plate. Presentation is key. The chef has put a lot of effort into presenting the food in a very special way, so I want to make sure as a server that I continue this professional presentation at the table. The protein, i.e. the fish or the steak, is normally placed at 6 o'clock with the vegetables and other ingredients around the plate. Visually, it's the best way to present the food that the chef has prepared. Before I step away from the table, I just make sure that the customers have everything that they need. They may like some black pepper or some extra sauces, so I check for that before I leave. While I'm doing that, I just make sure that I'm smiling, I'm maintaining eye contact with the customers whenever possible. And before I leave, I just wish them a very pleasant meal. Now I'm moving on to carrying some hot plates. I need to ensure that I'm protected and also that the presentation of the food is not compromised in any way. To help me with this, I'm going to use 2 service cloths. The first one I'm going to fold in 3, which gives me plenty of protection over my hand and my arm. The second one I can just fold into a smaller fold, so it's neatly folded and ready to use to pick up my first plate. So now my arm and hands are very well protected from the hot plate. The second cloth I use to pick up my plates. I collect these in the same way that I did with my cold plates. The last plate that I pick up is going to be the first to be served. Careful not to touch the hot plate with my finger or my thumb, and also to avoid the cloth or the service cloth going into the food, disrupting the presentation. I pick up the plate and place it in the same manner that I did my cold plate. So again, I have my thumb, my pinky and my 3 fingers underneath. The second plate I do in the same way, and I just rest this, as I did with my cold plates, on those 2 fingers. So I have a little shelf. If I need to adjust it, I do so carefully with my cloth. My third plate I pick up, just having my thumb on the rim of the plate, and I serve to the customer as I did with the cold plate from the left. When I use a tray to carry plates from the kitchen to the restaurant, I must ensure that the tray is big enough to accommodate the 3 plates as I have done here. The plates are not sitting on top of each other or resting on each other's rims, so the food presentation is not compromised in any way. When I carry the tray, you'll see my hand is at the centre of the tray, so it's well balanced. I move towards the trolley or stand or service table, whatever I'm using in the restaurant. Bending my knees, I place the tray carefully on the stand. Then, picking up the plates, as I did before, I serve my customers from the left. Now, once I know the customers have finished their meal, I go to the table, smiling, and I engage with them, ask them if everything was satisfactory. Once I know that it's okay now to start clearing, I do so. I served from the left, I clear from the right. I'm right-handed, so I pick up the first plate in my right hand and place it into my left behind the customer, so no food or any part of the plate is going to touch the customer in any way. Using my fork as a base or a bridge, I just place my thumb on the top end of the fork to hold it in place. My knife goes underneath the fork as such. I move on to my second setting, picking up the plate. I place it now on the little bridge which my hand is giving me as a support. I scrape down any excess food onto the base plate here, placing the fork beside the other fork, followed by the knife. Moving on to my third setting, do the same thing again. Now I'm ready to return my empty dishes back to the wash-up area. Carrying plates and clearing plates are fundamental skills that require practice. Start using empty plates and gradually add some weight to the plate so you get used to balancing and holding the plate safely and comfortably.